Hey, it's Jason. I want to tell you about a really neat fountain we installed a few years back at the Woodmere Art Museum. This monumental sculpture fountain was commissioned of Harry Bertoia by the city of Philadelphia in 1967, and it was originally installed at the Civic Center in West Philadelphia. It was removed in 2005 when the Civic Center was scheduled for demolition and put into storage at a police impound where it remained for over a decade. In 2016, the Philadelphia Office of Arts gave it to the Woodmere Art Museum, and it was moved over there in late summer, and that was where we came in. I still remember the initial conversation I had with Dale Corporation, who was the contractor, to make sure that this was installed properly, about how we were going to be able to get water to run across this fountain without having to have a water source to it all the time, and that way we weren't wasting water. It was also, this fountain is really big and heavy, so it needs a pretty serious foundation to sit on. So after Dale Corporation put in the concrete pad, we came in, we excavated enough that we were able to store almost 1,000 gallons of water around the outside of this, so that when the fountain was running, that 1,000 gallons was able to just recirculate. So once everything was excavated, what we did is we brought in a fabric. What that fabric does is it protects the liner from the soil and everything underneath. It also allows a little bit of airflow down through there. So we got the fabric installed. So after the fabric is in, the next step is to install the liner. So what we need to do is stretch that out really nice and neat, get as many of the wrinkles out as possible. The next step is that we need to install our pump vaults, and this is where our pumps are going to be housed. It's going to be the deepest point of the fountain, and that way that pumps can use all of the water. After they are in, we are able to install our aqua blocks. What aqua blocks are is they are a reservoir that allow us to store a lot of water in a smaller location. Once we have all that in and we pull all the liner up and over top of the existing concrete pad that's there, we are backfilling that to make sure that nothing is going to settle. So after everything is backfilled, and we put a layer of sand down to protect the liner, what we are doing is we are putting gravel on top of the aqua blocks. And the neat thing is this gravel acts as the filter, so any leaves or debris or anything that land on there are actually going to stay on top. So next, the crane came in. They actually took it and they set it in the location that it was going to go on top of this metal rigging. And that way they could pick it up by the metal instead of picking it up by the fountain itself. Once they got it down into place, that was when the tricky part came in for us, because we had ordered a whole bunch of different kind of fountain heads, and in order to accomplish the way that Woodmere Art Museum wanted to see the water running off of this was both a lot of fun and a little bit tricky. The neat thing about this sculpture, I mean, it has little pockets for water to kind of sit. It has holes for water to drop through. I mean, the amount of time and effort that went into constructing this fountain, just being involved enough to be able to put water on top of this, was such a rewarding experience. It was both fun and tricky to install those fountain heads, not hurt the fountain in any way, but still be able to accomplish the way that we wanted to see water running off, and we really feel that happened. So in the end, this was just an absolute awesome build. It was a lot of fun. It was a little bit different than what we normally do. The team did a great job. My son Joey was there a lot. It was neat to see. And it was just a lot of fun to get this fountain installed, see Woodmere so happy with it, work with Dale Corporation, and it was just an absolute awesome experience. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, stop by the Woodmere Art Museum and check it out. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep building your outdoor dreams.